welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Ron, and today I would like to do a little bit of a different video. This is going to be a discussion video, and it's a topic that pops up pretty often whenever I am doing live streams or just in videos whenever I'm making builds, and that is people asking what is the most powerful overclock, or what is the strongest overclock, what overclock is the most overpowered. And there's a lot of answers that you could give to this, and I think a lot of them would be very valid. You could pick Hipster from Scout because it makes the M1000 crazy strong just against everything. You could pick Nukes with the grenade launcher because it completely destroys crowds. Hyper Propellant with the grenade launcher as well because it has so much single target damage. You can also pick something like Volatile Impact Mixture with Driller's Sludge Pump because it just does so well against everything. But I would say that there's one overclock for me that is super strong in almost every instance and works well on any type of mission. And it's not really that flashy of an overclock. It would be this one. This is lightweight cases for the Breach Cutter. Now, what makes lightweight cases so dang strong for the Breach Cutter, at least in my opinion? It's simply the fact that you get more ammo with the Breach Cutter. That's really about where it ends, because all lightweight cases does is give you 3 more ammo and gives you a 0.2 second faster reload speed. Reload speed usually doesn't matter with the Breach Cutter because you're likely running Born Ready with it, so you're almost never going to be reloading it unless you're out of shots with your primary weapon, or if you have the time to do it during like a Dreadnought fight or detonator showing up or something like that. So the reload speed isn't a huge factor on this, but those 3 extra rounds, those are 3 more Breach Cutter rounds, which are really, really strong on pretty much every mission. I have this pulled up over here on Karl.gg. This is a free website, one that I use often when I'm trying to theory craft builds. It's one that I'd recommend for anybody to check out. And the way that I usually build the Breach Cutter here is going with larger magazines, more ammo, the quick deploy, I find that pretty useful, stun, and then the plasma trail. So with this, you have 21 rounds outside of the Breach Cutter and 6 rounds inside the Breach Cutter. One other thing that I really like about this build is the plasma trail, because it does a decent amount of damage over time, and it's great for cleaning up any of the small enemies. It clears up swarmers, jellyfish, Mactera if they're not fully dead, any of the grunts if they're not fully dead. This one is just, it's so strong for what you get and for the very minimal amount of investment that you get from it. This would be my pick for the strongest overclock in the game at the moment. Again, that's not to say that there aren't plenty of other really strong overclocks. The majority of the overclocks in this game are really strong. They are just a bonus to the weapon. So with this overclock, it also kind of makes up for Engineer's not really weakness, but potential lack of ammo. Engineer can have a lack of ammo if you're taking high damage primaries, high damage secondaries. It's not really that you have a lack in ammo, it's just you can blow through your ammo really fast. You are pretty ammo efficient if you can be just picking things off normally. But if you're spamming stuff, or if you're building specifically for damage, you are going to be potentially hurting for ammo. I know that's a thing that's just kind of a common thing about Engineer, probably because you have your turrets and it's kind of difficult to balance around the turrets as well as your weapons. So with this, it really lets you take whatever primary weapon you want to. You can take Stubby, Warthog, Loki, and build them really however you'd like. It doesn't really matter. This is great for testing out overclocks too, if you're not entirely sure about picking certain ones, because really anything will work with this. The lightweight cases Breach Cutter is pretty much set up for dealing with everything. It deals with large enemies, it deals with swarms of small enemies, it can make areas very easy to control because you have 6 shots that essentially will clear up crowds or will clear up large enemies. You can also pair this with like your lures, throw that out, and then you have plenty of crowd control. You still have your turrets too. So it's very flexible, it's very forgiving, and it's great if you can just run it. It's even stronger if you're very well aware of how the Breach Cutter works and what type of things you can do, like being able to shoot through walls with it. So that's about it. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I thought this would be kind of a fun, different video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts on super strong overclocks, or what you like to use with the Breach Cutter or any other weapon. Would you pick a different overclock? Would you say that Hipster's the strongest? Tell me in the comments below. I'm interested to hear. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Special thanks to the supporters of this channel. These are my members over here on YouTube, patrons over on Patreon. They get early access to videos like this. If you'd like access to that, there are links down in the description. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye!